Good morning, my loves. Happy Wednesday. We made it halfway through the week. And yes, I have a cat in front of me trying to help. I said trying. He thinks he's being helpful. He's really not. Interesting. So I think it was yesterday's video about bringing some old school values back into the home. A lot of mixed comments. I love it because it brings up discussion and it makes people talk and think. And that's the purpose. Some people love the idea. I'm going to do that. We're going to start doing this. We're going to start embracing each other more. Some of the old values, being respectful and kind in the home. I love that. There's nothing wrong with that. Other people said, we are just too damn busy to worry about this nonsense. I appreciate that too. I genuinely, I genuinely do. But just keep in mind, kids live what they learn. What you teach them, what you give them as foundations, they will carry through their entire life. Look at your life. Things that you experienced, you were taught, you lived when you were 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years old, and how those events affected your life today. Because those are the foundations, those are the building blocks. My opinion, I think every child deserves a strong foundation. It's not about money. It's not about sending your kids to the best schools or buying them the finest clothes, the coolest bikes or toys or whatever. It's about giving them values, love, respect, rules, teaching them responsibility, a work ethic. That's what I'm talking about, because that will serve them throughout their entire life. It will help them make good choices. Again, this is my opinion. If, for the most part, this isn't, in concrete, but kids that have boundaries, that have rules, that have a strong foundation, they're going to push the limits. All kids push the limits. We have all pushed the limits as kids. But it's a learning experience, But they will go farther in life than kids that were just raised, just do whatever the hell you want. I know kids that are my age now that I need to rephrase that. I know people that I grew up with who are my age now, obviously. And as kids, their parents just let them do whatever they want. Their parents were too busy for them. The parent was working, the parent did whatever, and just let the kids do their own thing. And these are kids from, elementary school all the way up to high school. The parents didn't know where they were, who they were with, what they were doing, if they were doing their homework, if they were going to school. Just you do you. I'm too busy. And you look where they are in life now compared to where other people are. And there's a vast difference. A lot of them have made very poor choices because they didn't have the guidance. They didn't have the foundation and the nurturing to teach them how to make good choices. They didn't receive... I'm being very careful with my words. Respect in the home. They didn't learn to respect themselves. And that is very obvious in their lives today. They make poor choices. They have trouble connecting with people. They have trouble with relationships. They can't commit because they never saw their parents in a genuinely committed relationship. They don't think they have to. If mom and or dad, whether they were married, living together, not together, whatever, but they were, each seeing a ton of different people, to that child, that's the norm. You don't need to have one partner. You can date as many people as you want. You can have as many baby mama, baby daddies as you want. Matter of opinion. I don't think so. Not in my world. That's a me thing. And I'm not, please don't take me as being judgmental. I'm not. I am just recommending giving your kids strong building blocks and strong foundations. And I know kids today are a lot busier than they were even when my son was small, when I was growing up, because kids today are in sports, they're in band, they're in choir, they're in art, and then they have private lessons, and then they're in clubs and activities, and It's not like it used to be. I realize that. But 7 days in a week, surely you can take one day a week and make that a family day, family time. It's fall. As a family, even the kids rolling their eyes saying, I don't want to go to a pumpkin patch. Go to a corn maze. Rake leaves. Build a bonfire. Have family game night. Have pizza. Watch a movie as a family. Do something as a family. Give your child the gift of knowing that you love them and that they belong, that you want them around. Bottom line. I know a lot of people in their 20s through my age and older that never felt they belonged, that they never felt their parents or family really wanted them around. And that's very sad. That is so, so sad. Give your children that gift. Let them know they're special, that you enjoy their company, that they are a gift, because each child is a blessing in your life. Whether they are your child, a foster child, an adopted child, a child you're just looking after while mom or dad are in rehab, that child is a blessing. Treat that child as a blessing. That child is your priority. That child comes over your friends, comes over anything else. That child is what is important. The child is a gift you have been given the responsibility to look after and take care of. Take that seriously. Give them good, solid foundations. If you grew up with good, solid foundations, you will understand. You know what I'm talking about. And if you're not, if you weren't raised that way, this could be a totally foreign concept and you think it's total bullshit. I get that. But just give it a try for 1 week. For the rest of this week, it's Wednesday, just Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and the weekend. Try it. Just tell the kids, for the rest of the week, we're going to be nice. We are going to play nice. There's not going to be any yelling and screaming. There's not going to be any fighting. No cuss words in the house. None, including you. It takes more brains not to swear than to swear. Swearing's the easy way out. You're smarter than that. Sit down together as a family and have dinner. Even if it's just hot dogs and macaroni and cheese, it doesn't matter. Just sit down together. Maybe you don't have a dining room table, so what? Sit in the living room. It doesn't matter. Just have dinner together. Talk. Have a conversation. Get to know your child and let your child get to know you. Let them know what you were like growing up, the things you experienced. They're going to be more interested than you think. They're going to understand you as more than mom and dad. They're going to understand you as a person who kind of went through some of the same stuff they're going through. Talk to them. Share with them. Respect them. And above all, love them. They're a blessing.